I think that would have been wonderful. It's unfortunate because now we have a very scary super alliance here. So we've got blue, yellow, and green all on the same team. Still neutral gray. Green doesn't trust gray, perhaps because gray himself, besides his army of aggressive forward sheep surrounding Tislano's stuff, I mean, really, like, gray's only managed to attack with a couple elite skirmishers. Gray's just sitting in his own base waiting for himself to have full upgrades. I like that he's getting the archer defense ones. I mean, the archer attack and range ones first, but he should be getting the defense ones on his paladins. Before that, he's going to wait till he has full upgrades. Orange as well. Very, very strong. I still want to see more villagers from Orange, though, if at all possible. And is this the double cross? There we go. This is yes! Yes! I think Ronaldo appreciate it. Oh! I knew it. I knew this would happen. It's too good to be true, man. There can only be one. There can only be one Byzantines in the game. The two giants are about to fight. The double cross. And I think this is a smart play. But hopefully it doesn't bite. I mean, it might bite Blue in the butt. That'd be hilarious. Look at this. He's under that much attack right there. Oh, yes, so much attack. This I think is pretty cool because Green... Well, I guess he doesn't have all of his army over there, but, like, Green did not see this coming, right? You wait too long, and then I think Cowboy Wubwub, our Green Byzantines player, would have noticed that, he left the back door completely unlocked and open. No fortified walls here. So I think if you leave him enough time, he would have noticed that. And Blue's aware that Green is the other strongest player in the game. Even slightly stronger than him, perhaps. So taking advantage of this, catching him by surprise with his pants down, his army is not here, is fantastic. Green actually put all of his eggs in one basket. Look at this. His army's all the way over here. He put almost all of his military buildings forward on our friend Purple over here, but he was a decoy. It's just a setup from the start. And this means it's going to be very difficult for Green to reinforce this, and unless the game tragically goes out of sync. Nothing I can do about that if that happens, but I hope it doesn't. Oh man, I think Green might actually die because he has so few military buildings in his own base. He has some down here, but all of his economy is just exposed at the back. None of these villagers are going to be gathering any of these resources. I mean, I say this, but Green's filthy rich, Bill Gates status right here. He's saving up enough food for a nuclear winter. When everyone else on the planet is dead, Cowboy Wubwub will still be here, eating chicken. He'll still be eating his delicious steaks that he gathered from those forage bushes, and... Yeah, Green panicking. He's going to walk right through one of Tislano's castles, so Tislano's still racking up the kill count from the grave. He'll still be able to win this one in spirit. And, yeah, poor Green, going to get demolished. His entire economy left at the back, and meanwhile, Blue BM as fuck. This is so alpha. Blue going to be doing what I think a lot of us used to do in the campaigns, is just trade with the dead guy. Trade with the enemy. Hopefully they don't notice. Yeah, Green still no embargo here, by the way, so Green's still opening up his ports to trading while he's dying. He's still got to make a little bit of money on the side, right? Green might be able to hold the line here, but he's lost so much of his own economy. He's down to 128 population. If we swap over to Blue, he's at 161, so Blue's looking good. And this might be the twist that we've all been waiting for. Meanwhile, Orange and Gray, and we're going to keep our eyes peeled on these guys, as once they have max upgrades, the fight begins. Ethan says this game's been great, but I'm going to head out now. See you later. All right, see you, Ethan. Jesse says, dude, the Battle of Troy scenario is almost done. How do I post it on Steam? They keep changing how that works, but if you open up your copy of Aoe2 HD, congratulations, by the way, I'm glad this scenario is almost done. There's like I think it's like under scenario editor or something. There's a Steam Workshop button there. So you would just use that. I think there are guides to this in the Steam forums. I'm not the expert on how Steam mods work, but I believe you would go to, where Aoe2 HD is saved on your computer. You go to the mods folder, so this would be like under like resources and mods. If you're not sure how to do it, ask around. Someone I'm sure can help you with this. So you go to the resources and mods folder, you make a folder, whatever you want to name the mod, like Battle of Troy. So this is in resources and mods, and they put the scenario file in there, and then you open up a copy of Aoe2 HD, I believe, and then you go to the Steam Workshop button and you click publish. I think that's how it works. So either way, Yellow going to be mining some gold in the center of the map, and, well, Green bleeding. He's losing ground rapidly, and Blue with the patented one-of-everything strategy. I like this. Order a little bit of everything on the menu if you're not sure what to build. And if you're a new player, there are a couple things that you can do to really just destroy the competition and improve at a remarkably fast rate. If you're new, it'll take a while before you know for sure what units to build, or how many villagers to make, or what technologies to research, so I recommend these units to start, and then obviously you'll be adjusting your strategies to get more comfortable with things. I recommend basically just researching everything. If you're not sure what to research, there's no such thing as a bad technology in the game. So, you know, while there's a specific order that you should be getting them in, obviously, every technology does something positive for you. There's no technology in the game with both an upside and a downside besides the resource cost. So, you know, research everything eventually, put some emphasis on perhaps your economy upgrades, your blacksmith upgrades, before you get, you know, utility things, maybe like heated shot or your, you know, herbal medicine. You know, that's definitely going to be lower on the list. You know, sappers as well, probably not very important. And then when it comes to villagers, you want to be making at least 100, whatever the half the max population of the game is. Make sure your town center is always working, creating vills, researching technologies, doing something. And then when it comes to your army composition, you just want to be thinking about making more than one type of unit. If you make only one type of unit, like, you know, nothing but Hussars and Magyar Hussars, then you leave yourself wide open to unit counters. So by making at least like 2 types of units and like some siege weapons, then you're able to deal with buildings, and it's a lot harder for your army to get countered. The Blackman says how to deal with this TR8R in this case. How, oh, this traitor. How would green have reacted better in your opinion? I would say that, really, it's just all easier to say in hindsight. Like, my heart goes out to green, my heart goes out to red, because in these games, there's a lot of hidden information that you're not really aware of. So, it's very easy to say in hindsight what green could have done, but in this situation, not too much. What green could have done, of course, is just have walls at the back of his base. He put his entire economy, his butt, directed towards blue. And that's going to be his, you know, his vulnerable point. That's where all of his economy is. And there's no military infrastructure here. He put all of it forward, so he's very, very trusting of blue. And I don't really blame him for that, but, you know, if he had walls at the back over here, if he had some degree of military infrastructure, he had more military buildings, he would have been able to defend this if he was prepared for it. So, in his situation, there wasn't that much he could do, but he could have been prepared for it. Necrolem says, want to know a bad tech heated shot in Black Forest? Oh, unless this is 1.0 C and they have lots of camels, but it's still pretty bad. Fuzzball asks, where's Green's king? That's a good question, so let's go look for that. I'm not panning on the bottom of the map because, again, these guys are waiting for all their upgrades. We're not going to see any combat until he has, I think, what is that, scale plate mail armor? And all the archer upgrades, so we're going to have to wait a little bit for that. Not sure if he's siege engineers. His kings, yes, it's in this castle, so Green's running out of castles to run from it. And look how difficult it is for him to reinforce his army, because he has to walk it so far. He put all of his economy at the back, he almost has nothing to defend here, and even though his score is really high because Green's been killing a lot of units and Blue's been losing a lot, it's a costly war, but it's one that Blue is comfortable with taking, and I think that's correct. So, yeah, Blue here just going to tear right through Green's base, and he basically has to run as far as he can, hopefully not through Teslano's castles like everyone likes to do. Meanwhile, looks like Purple actually went on a mass exodus without actually losing that many of his buildings here. He tried to, you know, evacuate over here and wall this up, but oh my god, he left one tile gap right here. So even though he has all these layers of the walls, he didn't actually close to the bottom. As a result, Yellow able to worm his way in here. Purple also not close to the top, so he ran all of his villagers away. Purple's scared and running on borrowed time. He has an army, he has 2 town centers, but really his villagers aren't able to do anything. He's caught between a rock and a hard place, and this is gonna be tricky. He's putting down a bunch of barracks, but really it's all gonna be about establishing an economy. Once you lose your base and you fall behind, it's important to mostly focus on building up your economy first. It's putting down a bunch of town centers, getting your villagers back to work, and then you can work on that military. Los Angeles Nope says, check on Purple. He is alright. He's not alright. Hey Thor, welcome to the stream. I think that if anyone has max pop, it's probably Blue, but we'll have to see. Actually, no. Blue's been, again, he's been in a very costly war here as well, so Blue only at 120 population. If we go over to Gray's perspective. Okay, so yeah, Gray's actually at max population, and that's what a lot of these new players, I think, are a little bit too scared to engage. You know, they're a little bit nervous to make any plays because they don't really lack the experience to evaluate whether or not these are going to work out in their favor or not. Still, though, I think that it's time to throw off these shackles and be a man. Gray, you are at max population. Orange, too. It's time to fight. Make your stand. Because if they don't do anything right now and Blue just kills Green, then Blue becomes the definitive superpower in this game. Sure, Gray's looking scary. He's got all this trade in, but I mean, he's got to do something while Blue's preoccupied. Like, Blue has all of his army in Green's base. Perhaps someone could save Green, make a last-minute effort to, win his alliance and betray Blue, because Blue's really scary. Like, Blue has 3 relics in his monastery. He's got all these defenses. If Green and Orange were to combine their forces and betray Blue right now, then, they could maybe even win the game. The underdogs could come out on top. So I would like to see a play like that. Meanwhile, oh god, Yellow deploying his trebuchets. Poor Purple just has nowhere to go. He's Teslano can't catch a break, man. Ah, sucks. It sucks. Like, that was just really unlucky that, you know, he moved his town center over here, like, 3 inches away from Purple, who's apparently a very hostile person. In Age of Empires, too, not in general. Purple still doesn't have loom. He should really go grab that upgrade. And meanwhile, these two players are going to slam right into each other as Cowboy Wubbub's like, get me out of here. Green running away. This is a new town center. And Purple's like, I need to go, man. You mind if I move in next to you? Well, is Green actually on a team with anybody? Is there anyone who can bail him out? Yellow can bail him out. All right, Yellow, it is time to send this army now before Green runs out of stuff. I mean, Green's doing a great job defending this because he has so much stuff in storage, but... Yeah, and this is a costly war from Blue, actually, so... 108, there's actually not a massive population discrepancy here. In fact, they're actually at the same population. What the hell? Now is your time to strike, friends. Green. Come on. Alright, so we need orange and gray. Just... You can do it, man. You can do it. Hey, Alcabong, good to see you. I think that I have more viewers today, Alcabong, just because I'm spectating, but I'm not really sure. And maybe it's the holidays. The Green King Elpez, I believe, is still actually in... Oh, where'd he go? It was in this castle. He's in this castle over here. So I don't think he's going to lose his king anytime soon. Next time I'll be doing a smaller map size. I'll probably have to split this into multiple parts. Yeah. Or maybe I'll just upload it as the world's longest single part thing. I could do that too. It would just take forever to upload, but that's okay. Now, as always, guys, I really do appreciate all the people who take the time to leave a like rating and a comment. I do read all your comments, even though I don't get a chance to respond to them individually, and I very much appreciate the people who politely respond to comments on my behalf, so thank you in advance. In the meanwhile, Green, trying to throw in some cataphracts. Cataphracts will be quite good against this army. Some Scorpions moving up here, too. Don't think Scorpions will be necessarily ideal against these cavalry units. Scorpions best against units with low pierce armor, but most of these units have some pierce armor. They're still okay against elite skirms, I guess. Don't think the Scorpions will do too much here. Blue, you know, trying to get some value trades, and I guess if the Scorpions don't get focused down, then they can still be pretty good. Are these two going to ally because, like, they're running straight into each other, or is Purple going to go for one last desperation suicide attack? He's all in on this town center, and Green's like, man, as if my game couldn't get any harder. I'm just trying to start my peaceful agrarian society. The hunter and gatherers over here. Byzantines back to the Dark Ages. Back to the Stone Ages, even, actually. Into the Imperial Age. Back to the Stone Age. Doesn't even get a chance to see all these farms. Purple all in. He's desperate. He's... Is he actually in a truce right now with Yellow? No, he's not. So I guess Yellow just not content yet to finish the job. Purple down but not out. He's actually at 80 population despite having almost no base left at all. So he basically just has halberdiers and nothing else. So Purple making a desperate bid to build some houses before Yellow notices, and maybe he can build up an economy. A lot of these players have so much resources in the bank because they've been content to sit back and relax. It's time to use that army, and holy shit! Oh, Ronaldo, you can find my stream schedule below, so just scroll down underneath the video player. Sorry, I have a lot to talk about and a lot of things that I want to look at the map, so sometimes, you know, I can't showcase everything at the same time. But yeah, it looks like Orange has finally decided to move out, as I suspected, by the way, as I was mentioning. He wasn't going to attack until he had all of his blacksmith upgrades. Now, he doesn't have all of his upgrades. He's missing chemistry for the elite skirmishers, which is something that some players do end up missing out on. Chemistry adds 1 extra attack to all of your ranged units. But besides that, yes, I was waiting for the, like the padded archer armor and the bracer and whatnot to come out. And once he had that, he was ready to go. 200 population's not enough. So what you gotta do is you gotta get all of those blacksmith upgrades first. And now that he has all those blacksmith upgrades, it's time to turn on Mr. Yellow, who did not actually have his army in position. So right now, yeah, he's running away. Maybe this is Purple's chance, assuming that Purple can clear out these 2 hussars right here. I hope Purple hasn't, like, mentally given up yet, because he still has a chance to build back up in this, and... Well, Yellow's losing a lot of ground. Once again, you know, leaving his butt wide open, which is unfortunate, leaving his economy exposed. Not too much in the realm of military infrastructure at the back over here. This is a pretty sizable army, and it is actually a reasonably good army against Orange's choice of units. These skirmishers are going to be mincemeat for those hussars. I don't think there are enough halberdiers in here, actually, to deal with Yellow's army, but we'll have to see. Those arbalists do get beaten by the elite skirms, but yeah, in return... I mean, sorry, the arbalists get beaten by the elite skirms, but the elite skirms get beaten by those hussars, so... Yeah, Yellow actually, I think, will be able to clean this up, and with that, I don't think Orange is going to be able to live too much longer without the help of Gray. I'm just waiting for Gray to use this entire army, so has he done anything with it? He still has his offensive sheep stations over here. Meanwhile, Purple to okay, so Purple's gonna try and clear out that army. So where exactly are Gray's forces? I see part of his army. Well, either way, yellow should be able to push this back. And it looks like there's a little bit of a stalemate here as blue and green. The two titans actually still quite low on population. Both of them are. Blue going to do some raiding with some paladins in the meantime while he regroups his forces. And green needs a place to go. His economy very, very weak. Purple did finally lose his entire army here, and green's going to try and build up. I like that he's putting a focus on his economy. That's smart. So, yellow will be able to mop up this entire army, and that's a shame because orange just spent 90 minutes massing up that army, and it got cleaned up. And I think that orange's army comp was strong, but perhaps he just needed just a few more halberdiers. Because he's attacking the Magyars, right? We know the Magyars are a cavalry civilization. If you ever forget, you can just open up the tech tree. And we've been seeing what yellow has been doing all game. Yellow he loves the cavalry units. He has a bunch of arbalists, so I think the elite skirms and stuff are fine. But perhaps like an army of like halberdiers and eagle warriors would have done really, really well here. Maybe like an onager to go deal with the arbalists while he had a bunch of halberdiers at the front. If he had just a couple more, I think he would have been good to go. In the meantime, yeah, blue he's got his bombard tower on a hill. He's very, very much safe. Oh shit. Is this really necessary? So it looks like gray, ooh, is gonna double cross orange. Aw, man, I thought these two were best friends. And it looks like, well, poor orange just can't catch a break. Ah, he's gonna feel exactly what purple was feeling earlier, caught between two enemies that he just pissed off. So gray gonna double cross orange, and this is it. Orange is gonna resign. I'm not sure if he actually lost his king or he just resigned, but yeah, orange is out of the game. I'm glad that he got to use his entire army and he got one big engagement before the end, but the moment that he moved his entire army out of there, I guess gray was biding his time, sitting back in his chair, petting his cat, you know, twiddling his thumbs. He's like, yes, yes, good. Move your army out to yellow, yes. And then as soon as orange pulls out his army and he sent it to yellow's base, you know, gray realized this was his time to strike. He saw the opportunity. He seized it. He brings in the trebs and just mops up orange, who has no defenses left and perhaps just a little bit too small of an economy. So yeah, orange is out of the game. We're 2 players down, but the game is not over yet. I think by the end of this, my voice is actually going to be completely shot. After this, we're going to do a mem-style whisper stream. Poor orange, man. Gonna get betrayed. The underdog. Orange, one of the newer players in this game. Can't catch a break. Gonna lose his base. Sandwich between these two guys. And yellow realizes, can't get my revenge. He's already out. Thank you, Kanye West, for the sub. Really appreciate it. Also, thank you for leaving all those nice, helpful comments on my YouTube videos recently. 9-month anniversary. So yes, 2 players down. Red and orange out of the game. Yellow gonna pull back, try and defend his own base. As purple's still mad. He's out for blood, but still at only 81 population. Like purple needs to rebuild this economy. He needs to make like 5 town centers right now and try and build back up to that 100 villager count. He's running out of resource and storage, and he knows this. And purple, yes, going to fortify this wall yet again, build back. If purple wins this game, that would be a Christmas/New Year's miracle. That'd be awesome. Mythology says another one bites the dust. Yep. Otter says, is Purple's king still taking a casual stroll in the forest on the right-hand edge? Even kings need a bit of fresh air. I'll double-check that as Gray gonna move in here. There's a little bit of engagement between blue and green, whilst purple is just sort of cleaning out the back end of green's units. Yeah. Oh, this is green's trade line, and it's actually gonna die. Purple getting his revenge with his army of halberdiers. No economy, but he's got a military. Wait, yeah, green's gonna resign. Okay, yeah, so green's gonna resign, considering as well that he's also getting ganged up on. He's going to... He doesn't think that he can actually build back up, and I think that that's fair. This heavy raiding with the paladins, I think, is actually going to be the nail in the coffin. I don't know what these petards were for, but... Cute, but perhaps not cute enough. Green, nowhere else to run, is going to resign. His king's still in this castle. I actually have no idea where Purple's king is, because it's not in this town center. Where on earth did he put it? I might be blind. If anyone's actually seen Purple's king, let me know. Where on earth? Oh. That's pretty cute. Yes, I may check blue's resources. Let me do that, Von Wangenigan. So I believe those are the first 2 monks from the start of the game. Blue organizing his defense, still in the same team with Gray, so perhaps Gray playing to win. Linus been having one hell of a game. He's been playing slow, biding his time, but I think it's finally paying off. This is one hideous-looking wall defense, but, you know, whatever works. So blue right now, he's a little low on stone, so you have a little bit of a poverty wall off here, but if it works, it works, and One thing Gray has to watch out for is he's doing that classic Conqueror's AI mistake that we've all seen the AI do, which is, you know, they'll wall up and then they will chop a hole in their own wall with their lumber camp. So he's gonna have to be careful about that because, you know, we've seen it. Blue is an opportunist. When he sees an opportunity, he's just gonna turn on you and clean up your entire base. And while Gray does have a lot of troops stationed, he has a castle here. I don't think he'll be able to defend against this. I don't think he will be able to unless he maybe closes that up. Walls aren't a way to stop an attack necessarily, except maybe in the super early game, but they're more or less sort of a way to warn you of upcoming attacks, to provide enough time, give you time to react so that you can build a defense. Yeah, I think the purple put his king in a very, very interesting spot. Gamer0 says, don't know if you saw this before, but I made it to the stream, but I probably won't be able to play because both my brothers are at home sucking up the internet. Well, welcome to the stream, Gamer0. Glad to have you. If you can't play today, we'll play another time. This is risky. I hope the purple at least gives this king the dignity of putting him at least in a watchtower rather than standing out in the middle of the woods. But hey, man, whatever works. I don't think I would check over there. We'll see. So yeah, blue's looking strong. He's sitting back in the defense, trying to build back up after losing everything. It's a shame that green got ganged up on, but in a free-for-all, that's gonna happen. Sometimes you just get ganged up on, and that's how a lot of players ended up losing. It's all about those random betrayals that keep things exciting. And, well, right now, yellow's going to try and get some revenge on purple. The thing is that purple has had an army for a while. He's had a lot of military buildings, but his economy is just microscopic. He's up to a second town center, but might be too little too late. Purple has to build back up before yellow ends up aggroing over here. Yeah, purple is running on borrowed time with such a tiny economy. It looks like yellow and blue are going to negotiate a temporary alliance. This is very, very interesting. Ooh, they're asking about where purple's king is. Well, little do they know. So yellow's had it up to here with purple. Little do they know, it's all the way up here. In fact, I don't think... Wait, can blue see this? What? Because I'm on blue's perspective. Blue's allied with gray. Is gray allied with purple? This is so confusing. What? How can you see this? No? It's on gray's perspective, right? If I switch back on the fog of war... Why can't they see this? Neutral! Oh, you share a line of sight with neutral people? Oh, that's a mistake. Okay, so actually, yes, there's evil afoot. Purple doesn't know this. Oh my god, but his teammates are double-crossing him. Wow, they're working together. Well, not really double-crossing him, I guess, but they're working together. They're conspiring against him. So blue and yellow they're on the same team now, and they actually have enough information that they know where purple's king is. Or maybe they have spies, actually. I wonder if spies was researched this game. Wait, can blue see everything? There are no villagers over here, yes? Oh, maybe he actually has spies. No, because I don't think you share a line of sight with neutral people, right? No, I don't think you do. So it's probably spies. No villagers over here? Man, purple has, like, no villagers at all. Okay, so perhaps blue has spies. Well, either way. Yellow with the disrespect. Only sending one hussar over here. That's one confident player. Some intense BM, but purple wasn't born yesterday. He's going to escort his king with a measly army of 4 light cavalry and a halberdier. Oh, man. You know, as fat and pudgy as the kings are, they do run pretty fast, and they have very, very good natural eyesight. Is the trebuchet? Oh my god. Well, either way, purple is actually going to run away with his king now. He's gonna hide it over here. Purple will build a castle, which he will put actually his king inside right about now. He's gonna wall this off with a bunch of houses. So purple building his way back up in the game. It's gonna be hard to topple blue. Sitting behind all of these walls, he has 3 relics. This is actually gonna be one of the longest games I've ever seen. I'm gonna be here all day. How much voice will I have at the end? Oh, you mean treason? Okay, well yeah, that works too. I don't really play that much Regicide, so yeah, I guess he does not have spies. Okay, so he just used treason. It's difficult for me to keep track of all this stuff, so forgive me. Sorry if it makes you upset, but forgive me. There's a lot I have to keep track of, and I also have to keep track of my own train of thought. Should I speed it up? I might actually do that. Hello, Droll Oliver, 91, welcome to the stream. Or is that Olivier? I can't really tell with that color. Talone Wolf says, in the last week I've watched around 70 of your YouTube videos. Thank you, man. He says, I started to love the game, and I used to play on my Pentium 2 laptop 13 years ago. Me too. Thanks for everything, good luck. Well, I appreciate it. Glad to hear it. Well, right now we're reaching a sort of lull in the action. Yeah, I guess, yeah, he was taking advantage of that treason, so he doesn't actually have spies. Either way, purple, gonna be moving his king all the way back over here. He's actually putting it in his town center, so not that castle. So it's a little bit more dangerous, but I think the yellow will have a lot of trouble sniping that. He's going to need some siege weapons up here too if he wants to, and he's going to move up. Will Teslano finally lose his villagers? Because Teslano's managed to... This is sort of the no-man zone. No one wants to walk into this area. Teslano still has some troops here. He still has most of his, base intact, actually. Orange is dead, Guillaume. He's actually completely dead. Really, this is what I'm looking for right now. And look at these players. They are best frenemies right now. Talk about Stalin levels of paranoid. Look at this. So Gray did actually close this. He stopped chopping over there. But wow. Talk about close friends that would take a bullet for each other. Blue just realized that this whole shared walls thing isn't actually going to do squat, because like Gray could just delete them at any point. These walls aren't keeping him safe, so... Blue gonna go put up a layer of his own poverty walls here, these toothpicks, to try and delay the inevitable, but really that's not gonna do anything. Gray gonna put another castle here, again, because they're friends, just not very good friends. Very, very paranoid. Those are gonna be the two titans at the end of this game. Purple gonna die. Can he hold the line over here? His economy is still very, very tiny. If we swap to his perspective, he's at 80 out of 200 population, and well, Yellow's gonna finally clean up all of these troops. It's only a matter of time before he dies, so really, like, the three remaining players, this is last man standing. Man, this type of thing is exhausting. It's gonna be yellow, gray, and blue, and these two guys are gonna have to fight each other. So, I really have no idea who's going to win. I feel like no matter who I say, if I say their name, they're not going to win. I would say that everyone has a very good chance at winning this game, except for maybe Purple. I really think that Purple's gonna have a lot of trouble surviving here, because he's got the smallest population of all the remaining players in the game. Very, very low in the stockpile resources. Military count's tiny too, but he is building back up. So, if Purple wins this, it's because everyone forgot about him, and Teslano is still racking up the kills from the grave, like I said. His KD looking strong. Yeah, if everyone forgets about Purple, he could win. Alternatively, Yellow has a big advantage as well, because he's isolated geographically, right? There's no major threat near him. So if, Yellow is able to play these alliances to his advantage, he could definitely just win this game too. The thing is, though, is that Blue has such a great defense. Like, he's isolated at the corner of the map, so he's not really exposed. He has fortified walls, he's got lots of houses. Sure, he has a lot of, crappy palisade walls, but for the most part, his base is very safe. He's been stockpiling a lot of gold. He has 3 relics in that monastery. He has a very strong economy, lots of Mabard towers. He has military infrastructure in this area, which is where he would get attacked, right? And the moment that he swaps his alliance, like, these trade carts are all going to die instantly. These castles, keeps, and bombard towers. So I love the way Blue has set up his base. His military buildings are exactly where he needs to be, and his economy is safely protected off in the corner. Meanwhile, Gray is reasonably safe too. I expect these two to turn on each other at some point in the game. And yeah, the real question is, if these two kill each other, is Yellow the one who cleans them up in the end? Is he the one who rises from the ashes and takes over this game? Or will it be Purple? We'll have to see. Looks like Purple has actually managed to hold the line. In the meantime, that's a lot of houses. Maybe I should speed it up. Can I do that as a spectator? Hopefully they don't mind. Can't do that as a spectator. Teslano's not watching either, and I have none of these players on my friends list. I'm assuming Teslano's still not spectating, so crap, I actually can't turn the speed up. I was going to ask Teslano to turn the speed up if the game went on for, like, longer than 90 minutes. But, unfortunately, he ended up moving right next to a very hostile purple dude. So, if anyone's listening right now and you're still in the game, if you get amped the speed up to fast, hopefully the players don't mind. That way this game does not take approximately 3 trillion years. If no one's actually listening to me right now because they're trying to avoid stream lag, that is tragic. Hello, Tomlinson. Good to see you. I would love to speed it up, but I don't have the power to do that. This grass can players win via wonder? I don't think so, because it's Regicide. They have to kill their kings. Although maybe that's one thing I could have done. Maybe I shouldn't have done Regicide. I thought Regicide would speed it up, but maybe it won't. Teslano's had this castle literally since the start of the game. But he doesn't have murder holes. If he had murder holes, he could still kill all his champions. Want to get this over with? Fuck it, I'm going all in. Alright, Yellow says YOLO! Wait, so, does Yellow mean he's gonna get this over with and just kill Blue, or is he gonna get this over with and kill Gray? Uh-oh. Blue and Yellow, evil, conspiring around. Blue, the mastermind. I think that they're both gonna turn in on, both turn in on Gray, who has had his army just sitting here. I think Gray had an opportunity, I do. I don't know if he was able to actually take down Blue, but he had a chance, perhaps, while Blue was busy attacking Green. I think that, Gray could have tried to turn on him, and, well, here it comes. Here comes the alliance shift. The big betrayal. I was worried about King of the Hill, Linera. I mean, I could do that in the future, but I was worried because you can keep resetting the counter. But, yeah, we could just do King of the Hill as well. I can't type in game chat, Fuzzball. Technology's not there. This is Aoe2 HD, guys. We don't have those type of features. I wish. Uh-oh! I do believe it is curtains for Linus. Please tell me purple wins this game somehow. Please tell me everyone just forgets about purple and then purple finally builds up his economy back. He's slowly inching line forward with these paranoid outposts. Deslano still has that castle. He still has most of his base. He lost half his army, but from the grave, Deslano holds the line. More population still than orange, and, well, yellow moving in, but with a lack of siege weapons, it's going to be difficult to bust those walls. Gray must hold the line. Gray, now is the time. You must stage an alliance with purple. Do it! Convince him, call him a handsome, handsome man. Now is the time to set aside your differences, build up a team, and try desperately for a last-minute bid to win this game. Look at that Palisade Gates. Oh, man. These popsicle sticks aren't going to really do that much. Yellow going to have to walk the long way. You can imagine this is how Aoe2 HD unit pathing works. Just ignore all the walls, so pretend like there are no walls here, and then that's the path that they would take. Hello, Santa Sky. Good to see you. I'm doing fine, thank you. Try to save the game. I think that would crash it, Xavier Tenka. I think that this game is far too unstable. If I try to initiate a save game, we might never get past the multiplayer status screen. It's the final boss of Aoe2, and oh man, poor Gray. Ah, he's having such a good run too. Ah, my heart goes out to Linus. What an unfortunate way to die. As yellow and blue gonna finish the job. Going to clean him up. There's no way he can win this 2v1. Hopefully purple sees the opportunity. Does purple know what's going on? If I swap to purple's perspective, can he see? No, he actually sees almost nothing. Purple, please, move out. Now is your chance. Maybe you can kill yellow or something. I'm really not sure. Ah, but Gray, losing his army, losing all those castles, there's nothing he can do here. And it's basically going to boil down to yellow and blue. They're prepared to do this dance, but if I had to guess, I don't know if this was the correct strategic decision, honestly. I really think that yellow and gray should have been the ones to gang up on blue, but I guess blue is too convincing. He offered the right things to yellow to turn him to the dark side, and really, I think that this is not, like, if you have to think about this strategically, right? Guillaume says, did yellow manage to force blue to attack him? He's not attacking. Yellow and blue are actually on the same team. They're ganging up on gray. And Dennis says, Rez, I accidentally closed my chat window. Too much of a Twitch noob to know how to get it back. Help me, please. Try refreshing the page. I don't know exactly how you're doing the chat, so like go back to my Twitch page, refresh it, and then just click like the chat window again. It should come back. I think you just have to go back to my Twitch page and open up the window again. Purple has a lot of houses, if that answers that question. So anyway, like I was saying, strategically speaking, I really think that yellow and gray should have been the ones to work together and kill blue. Because really you want to be thinking about, if you're yellow, if you're Michael Deckers, how can you maximize your chances of winning this game? The answer is not fighting blue 1v1. Let's think about this. If yellow and blue kill gray, what's the next step for yellow? He's going to get backstabbed by blue. He knows this. I cannot select these arbalists. There we go. He knows that he's going to have to fight blue. Does he really think he can win that 1v1? Because, like, yellow has almost no economy to speak of. He has no he has no, like, relics or anything. His army is just not nearly as scary. Blue has such a good defense here with these fortified walls. Blue is just isolated in the corner over there. I really think that if yellow and gray allied, they might have a chance to take down blue, but I think that blue cannot be defeated alone. Or maybe yellow's plan. Maybe his plan is to weed out gray. Remove gray from the game, and then what you do is you team up with purple, and then maybe purple and yellow can take down blue, because really blue's the final boss right now. And I think that the only way that they can beat blue is not alone. They must do it. Yellow king location? I don't think keeping track of the kings matters that much, actually. What I've been learning in this Regicide game is that maybe we should be doing King of the Hill, actually, as a means to... Yeah, so we'll do King of the Hill next time. This is just something different to mix it up. We're experimenting. I'm open to your ideas. Maybe we'll do just King of the Hill. I was just worried that people would infinitely reset the 100 years counter until the very end, but I guess you can always just kill the opponent to make up for that. Grace King's over here. People just haven't been going straight for kings, so the king just really hasn't been relevant. I think this is where Michael Decker's the Yellow Magyar Players King is, yes. So it's in over there. I really feel like these guys should not be fighting. Blue is the common enemy. No one can win the game without without working together. Blue's too strong. He has 31,000 score. He has so much infrastructure. How are they going to get through the Byzantine defense? It's rock solid. Oh, and it looks like Purple is going to seize this opportunity to try and clean up Yellow's army. So, let's see. If I go to Purple's perspective, is he allied with anybody? He's allied with Blue. What the hell? What? So he's allied with Blue, but isn't Blue allied with Yellow? Oh, man. Hello, Ronaldo. Well, as you can see, green, orange, and red are out of the game. Purple, down but not out. Very, very weak in terms of his economy right now and his military, but he is building back. Gray, about to die, did get heavily, heavily ganged up on by Blue. Blue did betray Gray and enlisted the help of Yellow to try and clean him up. But meanwhile, scumbag Blue is actually, like, he's on a team. He's on a team with Yellow, right? And Yellow's being attacked by Purple, but Purple's on a team with Blue, so yeah, things are getting confusing. Very confusing very fast. Watching Wanton says, King of the Hill does not really work with Last Man Standing. Yeah, it would be better for a true free-for-all, but I didn't want people to... I wanted Allied Victory. I guess, like, I want to encourage people to have alliances, but... Yeah, I mean, maybe I just don't use Allied Victory. I was thinking if, like, we could do Allied Victory, but limit alliances to 2 players, but maybe that's not right. Maybe just do King of the Hill, but you don't allow Allied Victory, so players would be on the same team, but... King of the Hill works better with teams. I just didn't want everybody to be on the same team, you know, just against one guy. I think Teslano might finally lose this castle, but I'm not going to hold my breath. He's been able to hold that castle now for 2 hours. Ugh. Will I pass out from talking too much? Find out next time in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, as it looks like. Well, Linus did a fantastically good job of holding the line. He managed to actually beat these guys back, and Gray's still in this, been stockpiling resources since the dawn of time. Orion Pax, Blue is Tor McCoy the Byzantines. Yeah, sounds like a summary of a soap opera, indeed. Watching Wanton says, I think this is nice, for King of the Hill, free-for-all or King of the Hill with 4 fixed teams of 2. Yeah, we could do something like that. I think that would be fine, too. I'm open to people's ideas. Gray doing a really, really good job holding the line, because he was getting attacked by 2 very, very powerful players, and I still think Gray will eventually lose to Blue, since Blue has so much stockpiled gold. Well, actually, he doesn't have that much stockpiled gold, but he has, like, a consistent source of gold, right? Because he has 3 relics. And I don't know who has the other relics, but no one else can have... There's only 5 relics in the map, right? So... no one's going to have as much gold. And, ooh, there's actually a relic over here, which perhaps should be snagged by Gray. I think Gray will eventually lose this fight. The Byzantines, I do think, are favored versus the Huns in the super late game, just because the Byzantines have access to more types of units. Yellow and Purple gotta fight each other, but really, I think that it's time for everybody to set aside their differences and kill Blue, because I think that all 3 of these players could win the game if Blue wasn't here. But, you know, as players start disappearing, I don't think that any of these guys can beat Blue 1v1, and it's going to devolve to 1v1 at some point. King of Frankenstein says, next game, Swift Rage. Alas, I will sit this one through the end. These unupgraded archers, I think, are a waste of gold. Perhaps they could be skirms or just cavalry archers in that case. I'm gonna sit through this one. I won't be doing this all the time. And I'll be thinking of ways to improve the format. On one hand, this game is taking forever, but I also think it's really, really epic. Yeah. There's probably a way to do this better. Also smaller map size, maybe. Jin says, hey Rez, this is the last game of the stream. No, I'll be doing at least one more after that. Well, these 2 Titans duking it out. I'm just waiting for one of these players to realize that, you know, when you look at the scores, that Purple is just too good. I mean, sorry, that Blue is just too good. And that the only way they can beat him is by setting aside the differences and working together. I don't think Blue should be allowed at this point in the game to have any alliances we're thinking in the long term. I don't know why these 2 are fighting each other. I know like it's a historic rivalry thing, but it's time to set that aside. Kill Blue. We need everybody to gang up on Blue if they want a chance to win. Blue is just too strong. Purple has no teammates. You can't be trying to attrition this against someone with 3 relics who's too strong. Score's too big. KK says, hello, Mr. Resonance. It's the first time I'm watching your stream in absolute ages. Yes, it has been a while. Welcome back. Says, hope you're having a great festive season. I am, and thank you. Welcome to the stream. Hope to see you in the future. I'd love to at some point, Deslano. Lord Potato says, how do you export a saved game? At a game rate, only 200 halbs left, no bills, max population was 200. Oh my god. I don't know if you can, like, export them, but, you know, you can watch save games. by going to, you know, the save game thing on the single player menu, unless you mean just the file. Like, you have to watch it in Age of Empires 2, but if you mean just the file, find out where Steam saved Age of Empires 2 on your PC. So it'd be under, like, resources and then saved games. Well, blue moving in here. This will be the killing blow on gray. When will these players set aside their differences and actually work together to take down Mr. Blue? Yellow is actually pulling ahead of gray in score finally, since gray is about to be eliminated from the game. Gray has almost nowhere to run, as orange just have a castle right here. Wait, but orange's castle isn't fighting back. Oh, that is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. So if we go to I'm Bullet's perspective. Oh my god. Oh wait, he's actually enemies with gray. What the hell? Then why isn't this castle fighting back? He's enemies with gray. What? Wait, no, his allies. Huh? Well, whatever. Yeah, it looks like he died when he was still I think it's just displayed incorrectly. I think that orange died while he was still allies with gray, so he never actually switched it back to enemy. He died so fast and resigned heartbroken that his best friend could double-cross him at the last possible moment. 'Tis truly the greatest tragedy of the ages. Meanwhile, Teslano's first castle is still alive and it's barely taken any more damage. Jesus. That is disgusting. As purple forced to fall back, Teslano still winning this game. I can't wait to see his KD. It's actually gonna be really good. Like, Teslano's gonna have one hell of a KD. Forcing purple to make a capped ram. Nice. Season of that. Yeah, E74 says people love the new games. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Like, your guys' feedback means the world to me. So, if there are things you want to see me do in AoE, or there's things you want to see me do for other games, let me know. Let me know. I'm interested in trying all sorts of stuff, as long as it's a reasonable suggestion. You know, if I'm playing in a free-for-all, they typically don't work out that well, since, well, you only see it from my perspective, so it's a lot less fun, right? And 25 population games could take forever. So we're not doing a 25 population, slow speed, ludicrous forest nothing game where everyone's mines. I don't think we're doing that. Come on, Michael Deckers and Cami. Set aside thy oh no, Teslano's gonna lose his king 2 hours and 13 minutes in. Finally lost that castle. Jeez. But he still has his base and 2 more castles and half of his army. Teslano, the Highlander. Meanwhile, orange slowly being chipped away. Struggle. Cowboy Wobob, our green Byzantines player, asks, does he have any castles? Says, yes, you still have your king left and you still have your castle. So apparently Regicide didn't change anything. Xavier Tankus is in the diplomacy tab. You're watching their diplomacy, not your diplomacy. What? Shouldn't I be watching their diplomacy? Because I'm Bullet's perspective, right? So I'm Bullet is allied with yellow, but like, he should be allied with gray, right? Because his stuff's not shooting back at gray. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid. I've been casting this game for a really long time, so forgive me. Please, for the love of God, tell me that these two guys are going to sign on up together. Oh, Michael Deckers, you do not want to be on the same team with Blue. You cannot stop him. Really? Is Gray still alive? Are you kidding me? He's been managing to hold the line this entire... Oh no, actually Gray's dead. This is so exhausting. Well, Gray, gonna resign, and, well, it looks like the only way. Come on, Yellow. Come on. Yellow and Purple, please, team... Wait, I actually think they are on the same team, because their armies aren't attacking each other. Please tell me they're finally on the same team, because the diplomacy tab is betrayed me. So, no, it's his enemy. They gotta team up, man. There's 3 players left in the game, so we're on the final chapter of this replay. Ugh. Well, not the replay of the game, and it looks like it's gonna be purple, yellow, and blue. So we have our Magyars, Britons, and Byzantines remaining. The only fitting way for this game to end would be in an out of sync, but I hope for the love of God it does not end that way. I think everybody is almost exactly the same rating, Killer Tune. Okay, Jenkins says the other person's stance, not your own. Right. Oh wait, so I guess I can't see their... Well, whatever. Either way, it blows my mind that these two are still fighting each other. Like, really, they gotta... What are they... what's going through their minds right now? Come on! Yellow and purple, there's literally... Yellow, what are you doing? There's literally no way you can beat blue. There is no way you can do this, man. Have you seen this guy's base? You have! Purple, I really... Do it! Do it! I would like to think that yellow has been bugging purple this entire time, but purple's like, but I don't. Oh my god. Okay, so yellow still wants to win this game, but purple's insane. What is he doing? Purple's like, but I don't? Okay, so really, like, the only way they can win this game, is if they team up, but I guess purple doesn't. He says, I just want to kill you. Purple, the biggest troll since Clayman, is actually not going to... Really? Like... Purple's crazy. I'm a little disappointed in purple. But yeah. Ah, God, purple, don't be an ass. There's no way you can win this game. He says, but I just want to kill you. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that purple isn't thinking of. You gotta be thinking of the long con. Purple, this is your conscience speaking. You can still kill yellow, but ironically, this is what purple's not thinking of. You actually don't get to kill purple. So purple doesn't actually get to kill yellow unless they team up now and kill blue. Because if they're not on the same team, then blue's just going to kill yellow first, and then purple will not get the satisfaction of finally killing Michael Deckers. So I understand that they both want to kill each other, and if they do, it only makes sense that they actually team up here. If yellow and purple set aside their differences, then they can finally kill each other. It's ironic, but yeah. If they want to backstab each other, they have to make sure that they're both still in the game. Oh my god, purple's changed his mind! Praise the Lord! Please, purple, bail out yellow. If you want to kill Michael Deckers, your only hope is to actually kill the Byzantines. But I think it's too late. I think purple has been, sitting in the corner, playing with himself for so long that he might not have a chance to save yellow. Yellow is running out of stuff. He better run his villagers back. I think a lot of these players have really been neglecting their economies this game. Like, they've really... I know that they have so much stuff stockpiled in the bank, but that's no excuse to... not reseed your farms and whatnot. If you guys remember from my old Illuminite channel, they're pulling a PGG. Not reseeding those farms. I can't believe that yellow is at such small population. He has almost no villagers gathering. He needs to build a ton of town centers. Pronto, if he wants to stay in this game, he needs to evacuate his villagers. He needs to give purple a chance to bail him out. Oh, come on, man. You can still do this. Purple, save him. The jaws of life. Also, Michael Deckers, please, build more villagers, my friend. I think that these players have all mentally collapsed. You must keep the villagers working. You must construct additional pylons. At least blue is keeping all of his farmers working. You gotta still stockpile resources, because eventually you're gonna run out. And Michael Deckers, he's got 14,000 wood, but nothing else. The classic Age of Empires 2-player dilemma, where you have 20,000 wood and nothing. Please make more villagers, sir. Make another town center. Do something. Something with these guys. Please, man, stop making the hussars. You guys can still win. You can still take down... Actually, it might be too late at this point. Oh, man. So where did yellow move his king? Ah, yes, he's running away. Oh, my God. Savior Tenka, calm down, man. I'm telling you, I've been casting this game for like 3 hours now. I'm exhausted. So I ask you to calm your tits. Yeah, and there's a lot of things I have to work. You try doing this, I guess. Anyway, what I'm saying is that yellow is going to run his king away. I don't even think this is relevant, like, at all. Like, it doesn't matter. There's a reason why I'm not pointing this out, is because I really don't think it matters. Like, yellow's running his king away, but what's he going to do? He has nothing left. I guess he just rebalances his economy with his market, but, like, he has nothing left. He needs to build a town center. Oh, don't run into that castle. Oh my god! Oh my god, from the grave, Linus gets a kill. Not bad, Linus. I thought he was gonna run into this castle. Ah, shit, that has to feels bad, man, for yellow. Oh god, he ran right into the skirmishers, impaled straight through the heart. Yellow out of the game, and... Alright, well, we got him. I don't know, these guys had this loss coming, so GG, well played. Blue definitely earned this win, and I have to say, if purple and yellow allied a lot sooner, I think they could have taken down blue. It would not have been easy. I think there were a lot of opportunities for blue to have lost this game. Like, for example, when he was attacking green, I think that was Gray's opportunity to turn on him. Like, you always have to, when you're playing these free-for-all diplomacy games, you always have to be wary of who the most powerful player is in the game. And you have to imagine yourself, what's the ideal 1v1 situation you can be in the late game? And the ideal 1v1 situation you can be in the late game here is 1v1ing anybody that is not blue. I wonder how much relic gold he actually had. Like, this is a very, very long game. He's probably filthy rich. And blue just played this one strategically perfectly. Blue was never really punished for his plays, and I think his plays were just generally immaculate. Like, he was also lucky that he spawned in, the corner of the map, but I like that, he has fortified walls everywhere. He put his economy in the back, and then he put the rest of his military buildings, like, this is where he's going to be attacked for the most part. He put his military buildings in a place where it's easy to reinforce. Should he get attacked up here, he can swing on up. Should he get attacked down here, he can swing down below. I like that he, killed green when he had the chance, before green had a chance to turn on him. Like, blue just played this very methodically. He took out Linus when he was able to, and he, coaxed yellow over to the dark side to try and kill him, so... Yeah, that was just a generally very, very good play from blue. I think he totally deserved this win. It's a shame that these guys didn't ally against him at the end. I don't think he was a Smurf junkie. I think a lot of people will jump on, like, he's a Smurf train just because he won, but I think that, he had a reasonably slow opening, but I think his rating was accurate. I mean, 1,600 players come in all shapes and sizes. I don't want to throw that whole Smurf thing. I don't think he played like a 2K. Yeah, I'm Bullet says, Resonance Yellow, I got him! You did! You guys got him! Orange and Gray, the teamwork, managed to finally take out Yellow. You guys got your revenge at the end. If only they ganged up. Alright, well... Yeah, turn off that. I think that there was music playing earlier, it was just really quiet. So when people told me they couldn't hear the music, there must have been music, but just incredibly quiet. Like, very quiet. Well, let's go check out the achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this game took several years of my life expectancy. But we did it! 2K Game Ranger. Okay, yeah. Blue only won because of Res Vision? Was he sniping? That's pretty BM if he was, but I'm going to assume he wasn't. I don't know, I think that blue just played well, and that I think that, he just was never punished, I guess. He's got a way with words, but I think his population, was low enough at many points that I saw all sorts of things that make me think he wasn't a Smurf. So yeah, I would not blame him there. I thought this was a really solid, close game. The only thing, I think, there were a lot of really epic betrayals here and some great fights and a lot of interesting strategy going on. I think the only thing that could have made this game better was if Yellow and Purple set aside their differences, they kissed, they got married, they went on a beautiful, beautiful honeymoon in Hawaii. They got a day job, built up a family, and killed Blue. I think that would have been great. Of course, Blue, the real winner here. Really, there's no victory music here anymore. I think my AoE is broken. I will restart it. Maybe there wasn't actually any music at the start. So yeah, I'll restart my game after this. I guess the music just decided that we don't get to hear victory music here. Maybe it's a spectator bug, actually. These two players tied for most units converted at 1. A lot of units killed here. Wow. This was a very close game. Smurfing a Pickle Pepper is when you make an alternate account and you pretend to be bad. Pretend to be someone else. It's when newer players... it's when, like, very experienced players pretend to be new players to get the free wins. It's generally considered to be poor sportsmanship. Some players do it because it's difficult to find players near their skill level at the higher ranks. But still, it's kind of frowned upon. Not all Smurfs are created equal. Some do it just to massage their egos, and some do it just because they want to play Age of Empires, and it's really hard to get a game at the higher levels, so... Yeah, it's understandable. Anyway, GG, well played. I would say that a lot of the players in this game, not a lot of them, but like some of them had just too few villagers. I like that Teslano put a big emphasis in his economy. I think that Orange could have definitely built a few more. Yellow, Purple as well. Like, really, like, the big thing here, the deciding factor, is that Blue, even though his villager count was a little bit low, the entire game he kept his farms reseeded. So I would have liked to see, Yellow still keep his farms running, still be making some villagers, and then he wouldn't have run out of resources at the end. Kakenstein says, didn't you put the music down? And then I turned it all the way up. You heard the victory music was just really low? Okay. Well, I know that they just broke audio after African Kingdom, so... I know my AoE sound is low, but I did turn it up. Ready Teddy, I know that they broke the audio in African Kingdoms. They made it just a lot quieter in general. But you could see that my audio was turned up a lot. And I do have the AoE audio on, so yeah. Mythology says, are you doing another game? Because my stomach is making a lot of noises. I mean, I'm really hungry too. But I will do one more game after this, yeah. My sound mixer is fine. I'm not that stupid. I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Yeah. Like, you can still hear my game sounds and whatnot, and I've already checked that, of course. That would be the first thing that I would check for. That's a lot of relic gold. Like, that's actually, I think that's the most relic gold I've ever seen. Don't whisper me stuff, Lanolin, while I'm streaming, because everyone can see that. It appears on the screen. Oh, wait, no, I mean, or whoever still prints the HRE is. But yeah, just a note to any of my mods, make sure that you tell people why you're timing them out, and, you know, provide warnings first, so... Yeah. Anyway, GG, well played. No worries, Jen Apple. Welcome, Max Flower Power. You can find the schedule below. Look forward to seeing you around. Xavier Tanka says, for the third time, because I actually feel guilty, I said that to the blue player, I do make Aoe vids in Spanish, and Happy New Year. Please don't plug your stuff here, Xavier Tanka, but yes, Happy New Year to you as well. I hope you get lots of cakes. Well, J. Pence, the Byzantines, I think people would choose them because they're a very flexible civilization with a wide variety of units and strategies at their disposal. They don't particularly excel in everything. Jack of all trades, master of not that many. Those are alive. When I had the AoE music turned up all the way, I could totally hear it was very quiet. It was much quieter than normal, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm going to be right back. But before I do, let me say thank you so much for watching so far. Stick around, though, because I'm still going to be playing more Age of Empires after this. Don't go anywhere. It's not the end of the stream. But for those of you who are watching on YouTube, if you missed part of this, I'll post on YouTube, as well as plenty of other good Age of Empires videos and videos of other games too. If you enjoyed this, please do take the time to leave me a like rating and a comment below. I'm eager to hear your suggestions, or if you enjoyed this. Casting this game took forever. It was incredibly exhausting, so thank you in advance for taking the time to leave a thumbs up and whatnot. It was a doozy. But it was fun, and I look forward to doing more stuff like this in the future, perhaps with slightly adjusted settings to make sure that the games don't go on as long. Spectating games aren't going to be a replacement for anything else. It's just stuff that I throw in there. And for the record, for the one or two people who are like, don't do this because Zero Empires does this, or don't do this because Spirit of the Law does it, even though it doesn't do this. Well, I've always spectated games. They don't have an opulent on that. Anyway, I'll be playing in the next one. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a quick snack, a glass of water, stretch a little bit, and then we're gonna play another game of Age of Empires 2. So don't go anywhere. You can find the schedule below, and in case you have to go to sleep, and we will be right back. The break will be about 5 minutes, drool me. Yeah, perhaps Regicide didn't make it faster at all. Alright. Oh, hopefully no one heard that. It was my stomach rumbling. I'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching so far. Your support means a lot to me. I hope you all have a wonderful new year. We're going to be back in 5 minutes, and that'll do the next drawing for the next game. So see you all shortly. Be right back. Catharsis says, Rez, just stop talking. Zero Empire says they're covered. Okay, man.